Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot and welcome to the final part of Super Mario Sunshine. That's right, we're beating the boss, we're beating the game in this part. But just before we enter that last little final area, just before we do that final little boss fight, let's come to this building I think we've only been into once, or maybe even none so far. Had to throw something on my bird. Alright, let's talk to this guy and his kid. Welcome, welcome. I suppose you're here for that. Yes, very good. That means I will require 10 blue coins from you. I can exchange those for shine sprites. I'll give you 3, yes? Would you like to? So I have exactly 30 blue coins, which is not nearly as many. I think there's 100 in the game. I think there's 100 blue coins in the game, which means 10 shine sprites. I might be wrong. There may be more, or there may be 50. I don't know. Really? You truly mean it? Yes? No refunds? Yes. So I just traded all 30 of my blue coins for, I actually got 3 shine sprites right there. You can save them all up for the end, and that's what I like to do. But it rounds our total out at 63 shine sprites before we go on to beat the game. And I just figured I'd turn them in because why not? Like I said, I think there's 100 in the game. I might be wrong on that. There might be 70. 70 would make sense because there's 7 levels, but then there's also a lot around Isle Delfino and other places, so probably not. But, yeah, we're ready to go do this. Let's go fight this final boss fight. I figured I'd turn in the blue coins because, you know, it didn't really matter. So we've gotten a total of 13 extra shines in this game, but I feel like they were fun shines. They were worth getting to me, obviously. I mean, I went to go get them, so. Here we are. Are you guys ready for this? I kind of like... I'm glad I showed off Piana Village in the last part, even if some people are mad because it made the playthrough drag on a little bit longer than it needed to. But I really like that part, and it got to prolong the playthrough a little bit. But here we are. I've been streaming for like over 3 hours now, so my throat's getting kind of dry. So if my voice starts going out, you know. Welcome to Corona Mountain. This sucks. There's not a lot more to it I can say than that. These spikes are an insta-kill, so be careful. It's not like you get hit by the spikes and you live. It's you get hit by the spikes, then you get knocked into the lava and you die. Now, when the spikes are barely showing, luckily you only have to make it to here to get a free life. But when the spikes are barely showing, you don't have a lot to, well, you do have a lot to worry about, but they don't hurt you when they're barely showing. That's just saying, hey, get off now or die. When they're not showing, you're fine, obviously, and when they're all the way up, they will kill you. But it's pretty much no refunds. Okay, yeah, it's pretty much no refunds once the spikes show. There we go, we picked up a blue coin, not that it matters, we already turned in all our blue coins. There's actually a lot of blue coins you can get in this level, most of them gigantic pains in the ass. And you'll see why here in a second, mainly because of one particular tool we're going to be forced to use. Now, you got to be wary around here, you can't, okay, I'm not going to do that. You can't just hover around all willy-nilly like I've been doing, because if you run out of water, you're screwed. You can't jump from one to the other, you have to spray off these fire pits at least. I mean, you know, at the very least, you got to spray off these fire pits. And some people like to stand on the spike pits and try to spray them off and then jump over here. I would not recommend that at all when you can just hover above them. They give you a little fountain to refill your stuff here. And a box in case you need a coin for whatever reason. Oh no, a free life, hell yeah. We're actually going to gain free lives because that's not a hard part to get by. This little fucker right here is part of the reason this game is hated so much. This is also one of the most annoying slash not tedious, well, kind of tedious parts of the entire game. This boat has an infinite time limit. You don't have to worry about it running out on you like you do some other boats in the game. However, if this boat so much as like if we got close to that wall over there and that wall like farted and the wind from the fart, like not even the actual stink itself, but like the wind from the fart touched this boat would sink. This boat sinks pretty much to anything. Oh my god, oh my god. And it's really easy to get it turned around and facing the wrong way. Some people, like me right now, actually, I've been in this situation before where you actually need to navigate the boat backwards, which is doable, it just sucks. Let's not go that way, let's not go that way. It's very hard to control, you can get the hang of it, but it's a difficult one to get a hold of. Now, I've seen speedrunners actually fly through, they would have been done like 5 seconds after they get in the boat, they can be done. But I've gotten it straightened out now, so I'm gonna try to keep it that way. This boat's much easier to steer when it's going the way it's supposed to. We don't want to hit anything, like I said, or we die. And I'll show you the pain in the ass blue coins I was talking about coming up here in a second. Now, this is what I'm talking, well, I'll get there first. I'm actually going to make it on my first try, which is nice, but this boat has been known to be a pain to a lot of people. Like I said, one thing, it doesn't even matter. It hit the wall there, but I was close enough, I got to flip out. The boat sinks super fast, so once it hits, you're basically done. And the lava is an OCO, by the way, in case I hadn't mentioned it. Give me 1 second to drink Coke. Now, if you're shooting for all the shines in the game, not only do you have to get all those random annoying birds, not only do you have to check every nook and cranny for potential blue coins, you also have to come here and take that boat all the way around the outside, just like Eminem, and pick up every one of these fuckers. There's like 8 or 10 of these blue coins in this one part alone, which is insane. Luckily for me, and that's part of the reason why I'm not getting all 120. Sure, we saved the game, that makes sense. That's actually why I'm not getting all 120, and I'm glad I'm not getting all 120s, because there's a lot of tedious extra bonus work you can do. But I don't have to. I can just troll lol and keep going, because all I'm doing is trying to beat the game. Okay, so there's this middle cloud here. Looks like we got to jump to the sides. Let's jump up here. There we go. We're just rocket nozzling our way to the top. Let's try to get this at a better angle. These clouds are spinning now, so we got more to worry about. You can go through the clouds going up, but you can't fall through them going down, which is kind of nice. Oh shit, 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 oh shit. Okay. So, I don't know if you caught it right there, but right there I chose to dive. I'm getting a new rocket nozzle to refill my water. I chose to dive because I didn't want to take fall damage. I didn't know if fall damage would kill me. It probably wouldn't have. I probably would have been smarter for me to not dive there. But because I dove, I went forward and I almost landed into the Oko lava, which is almost a really stupid move. Okay. I jumped a little earlier than I wanted to. Okay, we're going to wait for this one. Okay, those are moving too. Those are all moving. Noted. But I got this. So, I barely got this. I think we are one cloud away from the final boss fight. Yep, there's the dark cloud of death. Peace, bitches.
The water's great, hey, Junior?
Sure is, Papa. Come on in, Mama Peach. I think not. Mario! You again? Don't you ever give up?
Mario! How dare you disturb my family vacation?
So I'll talk about why that cutscene was a total train wreck and probably ruined this game for me. It didn't ruin the game for me. I still like the game, but I'll talk about all that here in a second because we have a final boss fight to fight right now. Oh my god, I don't know why that didn't blow up. But this is what you got to do in the final boss fight. It's actually not very hard. Oh god. I say that and then I'm going to die. Okay. But the whole point of this final boss fight is to not get lit on fire. You got to dodge missiles. You got to dodge Bowser's... You gotta dodge missiles. You gotta dodge Bowser's flame breath. And you gotta come up and you gotta mega ground pound. We've only seen this flame symbol one time in the game before ever. Uh-oh, and I'm dead. I slipped. My bad. Anyways, you gotta ground pound all 5 edges. Yeah, there's 5 of them. We've only seen that symbol one time before in the game, that little flame symbol on the end of them. And that means you gotta rocket nozzle all the way to the top and then drop a ground pound. Now, like I said before, I'll talk more about that cutscene here in a second. But right now, we're going to focus on the relationship between Mario and Flood. There's a free life that drops from there. It's kind of a pain to pick up, though. And with how quickly... Ooh, I can't believe I didn't get burnt there. With how quickly the area deteriorates after you jump... Oops, didn't go high enough. With how quickly the area deteriorates after you jump, it's almost not worth it to hang around for it. 3 more times, Flood says. Oh, God, and apparently the water hurts you. Quote-unquote hurts. It actually got me to the island a lot quicker. Okay, I thought maybe you have to spray Bowser. I was going to say, I thought you could spray to put the fire out, but I guess not. Well, Flood's gung-ho 3 more times. I'm sure this isn't like hurting him or anything. I mean, we are ground pounding from a pretty intense height. Just 2 more times, Mario. Okay, Flood, you got it. Don't want to get burned by that. Also, don't want to get hit by all these missiles. Got burned by that anyways. Alright, I'm just going to start running through that. Yeah, maybe that's not a good idea. There we go. I dove to avoid. There we go. There is one more place. Oh god, the lag is real. The lag is so real. Oh, that was close. That was clutch. Don't want to get hit. Don't want to get hit. The lag is so... The Wii can't handle all these frames right now. Okay, I did not want to flip right there because I would have fallen off. Here we go. This is it. This is game. We... did it. Why do you not sound too well? But there it is. We defeated Bowser. We knocked him off his mountain. I really don't know where we were. We were like floating in the sky, I guess. But I guess you call that defeating Bowser. We got Peach back, I suppose. Uh-oh. In the bottom left, the screen said game over if you rewind it.
This is, Mario, look.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know she's not really my mama. Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's my boy. Well put, son. The Royal Koopa line is as strong as ever. But for now, let's just rest a while.
So we lost our hero Flood in the process, but we did manage to save Isle Delfino and get all the shines back, which really only got us freed from prison, but you know, whatever. Oh, and we got Peach back too, I guess. What?
The vacation starts now.
Oh, they fixed Flood. Look at that. So there you have it, everybody. That is Super Mario Sunshine all completed up for you. Now, to talk about why the final boss fight was really weird and why the last cutscene is not a lot of, but another big reason a lot of people like to bash this game. Bowser should have never talked. Bowser should have never said a word. I was okay with Bowser Jr. doing it, but Bowser should have never said a darn word. That was so weird. They keep Mario silent. Mario never says real words other than, I mean, you know, when he randomly yells Yahoo or something, but not only was that Bowser was never supposed to talk to begin with, but then he had a bad voice. That was not a good Bowser voice. It sounded like your average like 40-year-old dad who was trying to talk manly. I mean, you know, like that was so bad. And that's part of the reason that like it kills it. They could have done this without Bowser talking. Some of these pictures are funny. As you can see, Toadsworth is just riding the roller coaster there. They're all happy in Peanut Park. They had a trip. Now they're going to visit Noki Base. So enjoy some of these pictures. Enjoy the credits, please. Yeah, I had a lot of fun doing this playthrough. I had a lot of fun. This is the first playthrough I've actually been live streaming. And I know with my recording on the Wii, if you came to any live streams, then the recording was kind of wonky on the Wii. It always looks a lot better on YouTube, and that's because of the way I can record it. So hopefully I get my Wii recording fixed because I want to do a lot more things like GameCube games, Nintendo 64 games that I'll have to record from the Nintendo Wii. So hopefully I get that recording figured out because I would like to do a lot of those. But yeah, that's about all I gotta say. The game's fantastic. Someone asked me earlier, I don't know if it made it to the YouTube cut or not, what I would rate this game. Out of 10, 7.5. Because if it's your first time playing through it, this is actually one of the better environments that I've ever seen in a Mario game. Wow, those credits weren't very long at all. That's another plus. The end. God, my throat. I've been streaming for like 3.5 hours. And Piantissimo's looking at the stick. It looks like he found it. Bowser Jr.'s little paint stick. Which is kind of funny. I don't know if the end's different. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't know if the end's different if you're not. If you get 120 shines or not. But as you can see, we barely got over half the shines in the game. We only got 64. But anyways, to finish my rating on the game. Someone asked me what I would give it. I would give it at the very least, a 7 out of 10. If only because, I'm going to go ahead and cut through this screen so that way we don't see all the background noise. I would give it a 7 out of 10 at the very least, because if this is your first time playing through it, the environment in every single level, the environment in Isle Delfino, the environment everywhere is so amazing. Like, to just explore and talk to the people. Like, even if you don't know how to do the mission and you're just, like, bumbling around, you can explore and talk to the people, and they've all, for the most part, have something to say. I mean, you know, you can go look, you can see the other levels from certain islands. I don't know. The environment's really good. On top of that, once you beat the game, once you know what to do in every mission or whatever, then it gets really fun to just run through and beat the game. Now, I actually wanted to play this game again because I saw somebody else's playthrough of it. Somebody else was doing a playthrough of it. I wanted to beat it again, so that's why I plugged it in. I decided to do it for the YouTube channel. And I hope a lot of you guys have seen me playing this and wanted to play it again too. If you do want to play it again, or if you never played it before but you want to play it for the first time, then I did my job. That's the point of this whole nostalgic playthrough thing. But I've rambled long enough. At least a 7 out of 10 for this game, probably closer to an 8. Would pretty much signal it in for me. It's not as bad as most of the reviews you're going to find online say. A lot of people criticize the crap out of this game. But for the most part, it is not nearly as bad as they say it is. But that's going to wrap it up here. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you like Super Mario Sunshine. I'll be hitting you guys with the next playthrough, which most of you already know, but the next playthrough is going to be Assassin's Creed sometime soon. I'll probably start that stream pretty soon. I don't know, video will be up on it. Follow me on Twitter if you want to watch the live streams, because Twitter is where I always announce hours or even a day ahead of time when I'm going to be live streaming next. So if you want to come in on the live streams, you want to hang out there, that's where that's going to be. But yeah, that's about all I got to say. Twitter link should be in the description or anything like that. I'm Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace, guys.